So today I'm gonna go over the books, movies, and TV shows and stuff that I read, watched during March 2026 this year. Whoa. Um, so yeah, I didn't read and watch a lot because I don't know, March has not been the best month for me. I may have like I've been overbinding for years at this point, and it finally caught up to me about a week into the month, and I have just not felt right since. I am getting slightly concerned, so I am considering maybe going to see a doctor because, like, I just have not felt great, especially the last couple of days. Like, right now, I do not feel particularly well, but that's okay. I want to yap about the stuff that I read and watched, and it's okay to sometimes not read and watch as much as other months. So yeah, I'll start with books because I only finished one book this month, which is really slow for me. Like, especially because I've got plenty of books that I'm enjoying that I like. It's just, I don't know, I've kind of fell off the habit a bit. But yeah, I read Ranger's Apprentice book 9. Ranger's Apprentice is the series I've liked like since before I started high school. I think I started maybe, oh, my nose is itchy. Year 5 or 6. I started reading them, but yeah, they've been sort of, they're one of the books from my childhood that doesn't make me sad now. But yeah, I really enjoy them. I like the dynamics between the characters. If you like sort of fantasy stuff, these are really good. And also, it has the advantage there's a lot of them. So if you like them, you've got a fair bit. So there's 11 books in the main series, plus you've got the sequel spin-off, plus you've got a prequel spin-off, plus you've got like a sister series. So you've got like Brother Band, which is set in like one of the other countries in the world. So yeah, there's a lot of them, and I finally actually own them all now because I've been getting like the physical copies because I've been reading them for a while, but I would borrow them from libraries or read them on like my Kindle and stuff. But I didn't know where my Kindle went. I'm like, I think I deserve, I like these enough that now I actually have all the physical books. I hope the new ones come out because I think it's been a while since we've had any new books in the series. Like for a while there, we were getting one every year. Um, like at least in something, but it's been like they've definitely slowed down since I want to say like COVID. I feel like, and they also started to get a lot thinner. Like for a while there, they were starting to get sort of like, oh my gosh, my nose is annoying me. I'm gonna be doing this all video, I think. But yeah, they're starting to sort of get to like this 400 page mark, but then they did shrink down, which I find interesting. So yeah, and then TV shows, I rewatched Sonic Prime. I've been kind of getting into Sonic, hold up, I have a Sonic shirt on. So yeah, I've seen Sonic Prime before, once before, but it had been a while. Like I forgot that I thought that like because I knew I'd watched to the end and I knew that the series was like completed. I thought that it had a proper ending, but I forgot that it kind of ends clearly on a cliffhanger as if it's leading into more. Like they'd sort of, it very much felt like they had wrapped up the specific arc for that season, but that they were leading into sort of a season 4 arc that just never came, which is sad. And yeah, I think Nine is my favorite Sonic character because I like Tails and I like Shadow, and I feel like Nine combines elements that I like about both of them. But yeah, I have seen things about fans don't particularly like Sonic Prime, which makes me kind of sad because that's just what I'm familiar with. I don't know, maybe if I knew more about some of like the Sonic games because I would like to play some of them. Like I think I'm gonna start with maybe Sonic X Shadow Generations just because like the Steam does have a lot of the older ones as well, but older games tend to be a little bit more janky and brutal. Like I know that I'm not gonna start with Sonic 06. I'm aware of that. I have been recommended to maybe start with Sonic Adventure 2, which I think you can get for pretty cheap on Steam, but I am concerned that it's a bit older, so I don't know how difficult or janky it's gonna be, because, like, I'm okay with difficult games, but I'm also, I don't know, I don't like, I don't like getting stuck on levels and stuff. I tend to prefer games that, will keep going even if you're bad at them. Yeah. Which is part of why I like things like choice-based games, but I also just like games often for the story more so than specific gameplay elements. Like, it's not that it's not relevant, but like, I like, your visual novel style games that some people find boring because there's no like gameplay really. But like, if the story's cool, then I'll enjoy it. And yeah, in terms of movies, I did watch a couple of movies this month. So I watched the 3 Sonic movies. I know, shocking. I own two of them on DVD. I haven't found a copy of Sonic 1, but Sonic 1 was on Netflix. So yeah, I have DVDs of these. This one I was able to get at the op shop. This one I had to pay full price for. I really wanted to watch Sonic 3. It wasn't on any of the streaming services. So yeah, I went to JB Hi-Fi and stuff, but this one, luckily, like, I volunteered at the op shop and I saw it there, so I had to get it. I am hoping to eventually find Sonic 1, so I've got the three of them, but I watched it on Netflix. I also did watch, I think, about 7 episodes of Sonic X, before just, I don't know, I wasn't particularly enjoying it. Like, I get that it would be fine as a show that you watch sort of as a Saturday afternoon cartoon, but as a show that, like, with modern sort of binging formats, I wasn't enjoying it that much, and it felt like Sonic wasn't in it enough. Like, I didn't like Chris that much. I feel like the movies are pretty good. I like a lot of the movie's original characters. Like, I like Donut Lord. I like Agent Stone. Agent Stone is one of my favorite characters and in Sonic that I've seen so far. I'm sure that he might fall down the ranks as I learn about more actually, like, main sort of Sonic characters, but I think he's pretty cool and he makes lattes. So yeah, I watched the 3 Sonic movies. I finally finished the High School Musical trilogy. So I watched High School Musical 3. That's been something I've been working through. I think in terms of my ranking of the 3 films, I think 1 was the best as a movie itself. I think 3 I also really liked because I liked sort of the way it sort of blended the theater and the musical. Like, so a lot of the songs looked very much like they were stage productions because they literally were, which I thought was neat. It definitely felt like they had a bigger budget for 3. 2 felt weird. Like, it felt weird to go from sort of like 1 set in the high school because it's called High School Musical, then 2 they are at some random like country club, and then 3 they're like, oh yeah, this is set in high school. Also, my favorite character from High School Musical 1 was Miss Darvis, the theater teacher, and then she just was barely in 2. But 2 has Bet on it. 2 has some actually all of them have some bangers. I really liked the music. Yeah, I feel like I don't know, they felt kind of absurd and weird. And then I kind of became friends with at uni with is someone that's in the theater, like not is a film student. So I got a list of their top recommended films. A heap of them aren't on streaming services that I have, but I've been watching through the ones that I have access to. So I watched The Wild Robot, which I hadn't seen before. I don't know how I missed this movie because it looks so pretty. I'm like, why haven't I seen this before? Came out in 2024. I was online enough that I should have known about this. I should have seen this before, but I think I'd heard of it. I think I just, I don't know, for whatever reason, didn't get around to watching it, and I'm really sad that I didn't. I loved it so much. It was really pretty, and like I felt like I need to rewatch it again, on the actual TV because I watched it on my iPad whilst making candy bracelets. Um, so I don't think I gave it the full respect that it deserved. But I'm trying to, I'm trying to be more willing to watch things in sort of a casual sort of way because I feel like that's why I sometimes procrastinate with movies and TV shows. Is like I'm like, well, I want to dedicate, give it my full attention, but then I don't watch things with my full attention. But yeah, it was really good, and I really liked the sort of like the plot line with the duck. I think it's a goose, but I'm gonna call it a duck because ducks are my favorite. And like the robot itself, like yeah, I feel like it did the sort of, I know that it's not a human, but I feel like it did the sort of robot mother dynamic better than Kara from Detroit Become Human, which I'm like, how did you do that? I mean, not that I don't particularly like the way Detroit Become Human annoys me and stuff, but like that's I have a mixed relationship with Detroit Become Human. I like the game, but there's so many parts that I dislike that it makes it difficult for me to want to replay because you kind of got to do the whole thing. And yeah, there's definitely some elements that aren't great in that game, but yeah, it was really like that's also just I guess my reference point for like robot media and exploring those kind of themes. And yeah, I feel like the Wild Robot did this sort of like mother dynamic. I know that like so like in Detroit Become Human, you've got the mother. Like, Kara is like the mother to a human child. I am aware. I have played through the game. You don't need to comment about the specific plot twist. I'm aware of it, but like that is kind of what it presents itself as the dynamic is exploring. And even though, the Wild Robot like has sort of an animal like because they're sort of anthropomorphized, I feel like it is comparable to sort of exploring a human robot dynamic, even if the character isn't human. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I feel like it did it really well. And then I watched a film called Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, which I quite enjoyed. It kind of reminded me of the film Now and Then, which I don't remember when Now and Then came out. It's sort of, I think, like a 90s sort of coming of age girly movie. It had Christina Ricci. I forgot what her name is, but she plays Turk in Tarzan. It had a heap of sort of big actors and stuff, and like it was kind of like it was like these four friends, and they reunited as adults, and then reflected back on like when they were kids, and it sort of like vaguely like followed both perspectives. I remember it was a film that I kind of grew up with, and yeah, it kind of reminded me of that. I liked it. It sort of was a cool, like, yeah, I think it was a good coming of age film. The only thing I did find it weird watching it and feeling like, oh, this is not what my experience as a kid was. Is this what not like? I mean, I know I'm not a girl, but like, I at least I don't know. I was under the impression in my head that I went through a standard experience of girlhood, which maybe I probably didn't as a trans person. Like I probably wasn't and also just I'm autistic and a weirdo to begin with. But I don't know. It kind of was a bit confronting to me, going, "Oh, is this the norm here? Am I supposed to be relating to this?" Yeah, and then the final sort of thing I watched was a 2005 sort of very low budget movie. It's on Tubi called Time to Duel. It's a live action adaptation of Yu-Gi-Oh! It is bad. Like it's not even something I can recommend in a it's so bad it's good way. It's just not it wasn't good. Like I mean if you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're curious to watch it like I was, I mean, I'm not gonna judge you for going and watching it. It's on Tubi. It's free. It's only 45 minutes, so like it's not gonna waste that much of your time. But I also can't recommend it. Like, yeah, there was just it was just very low budget, and awkward. I don't know. I feel like that I'm not someone that's very good at noticing bad acting. Like, I feel like that I've seen plenty of people review movies being like, oh, the acting was bad. And that's just not something I really pick up on, but, like, you know, this was clearly, like, a labor of love, sort of a bunch of fans and stuff, but it was really funny because, like, Mokuba, who's, like, a small child, was, like, taller than everyone else and was probably played by, like, a 30-year-old dude in a wig, which was kind of funny. And, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be parodied quite effectively. Like, I'm a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. I mean, you guys can tell that I'm probably a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. You guys can actually see that. I love, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of my favorite manga. But it was also, like, immediately caught me off guard, because, like, it started off being like, oh, Yugi Moto, like, his parents died in a car crash. And I'm like, that didn't happen. He doesn't like that because like I know that like the grandpa's the one scene, but in the manga we literally do see his mom. His parents are alive; they're just not plot relevant. But oddly, like Kaiba was somewhat on point. Like not really costume wise, but just vibe wise. It's not even that they were doing that voice specifically. That I don't know. It was just funny that like compared to everyone else, Kaiba just felt oddly on point. Like he still looked like he was in his 30s, but like it was just really funny that compared to everyone else, just Kaiba felt like a bit closer. Maybe that's just the power of Kaiba. Kaiba's just so iconic that like if you play him, you just will channel the vibe and get it right. But yeah, that's what I read and watched this month. So not a lot. I definitely hope that April's doing better, but like I gotta figure out what's going on with me because it's like I feel like that I spend a lot of time just watching silly YouTube videos because I do like YouTube. I mean that's why I'm here. Hello fellow people that presumably like YouTube. And like I did read some Naruto volumes, but I don't talk about Naruto volumes here because I literally have a whole series just discussing that. I don't think it's worth sort of rehashing that. Yeah, so like I think for next month I do have some books. Like I want to sort of finish off the rest of the Ranger's Apprentice series. I've bought this one is from like a local sort of like is a local author. which I kind of actually maybe want to make a video about it, just because I think that could be cool. Like, I want to support. I've also got Absolute Batman that I want to read. What else have I got? So yeah, I've also got some novels that, I haven't read yet. I also have been slowing down on the amount of books that I'm buying, because that's where most of my disposable income goes, and that's why I'm so broke all the time. It's because I buy lots of books, because I like books. And yeah, I would like to watch some more movies, because, I like films as well. And I feel like that I'm kind of sick of sort of doom scrolling on the social media and stuff, and like consuming all this content that I forget about. Like, if you were to ask me what I saw on like scrolling through reels this morning, I couldn't tell you, which makes me kind of sad. And yeah, maybe watching some more anime as well could be cool. Because for a while there, I was reading like heaps of. I was also just feeling better physically. That's my main thing for April. My main goal is just feel better. Because feeling sick kind of sucks. I know, like, fun fact. I bet none of you guys knew that. So yeah, what else have I got that... I've got Heartstopper Volume 1 I've been meaning to get around to. I've got Nimona. I really love Nimona the movie. It's like, it's one of... It would be up there in terms of one of my favorite movies. What else have I got? I bought Soul Eater, which I've got plenty of volumes, and I'm like, oh geez, I haven't gotten around to actually reading that. Or like this series that I want to reread, like My Hero Academia's. Honestly, basically everything on my bookshelf. If I haven't read it this year, I'm wanting to reread it, just because it's been a while. Like, I fell off in a lot of my habits, but that happens. And there's plenty of people that don't read anything. Like, even though I'm sort of down and kind of disappointed on myself that I only finished one book this month, there are plenty of people in the world that didn't read a single book. So I've got to remember that, like, slow progress, little progress is better than no progress. Yeah, I don't know, part of me feels like that's coping, but, it is true that, like, sometimes if one book's all you get through, that's better than nothing. I'm still, trying. Because yeah, uni's been kind of intense as well, and I've had to like sort of focus on those texts. Like there's short stories I'm supposed to read for like one of my courses that I haven't yet. I also might technically have an assessment due in like less than 24 hours that I applied for an extension for, and they haven't gotten back to me about, and I haven't started. So yeah, it's all happening. But yeah, that's what I read and watched this month. Not super exciting, but that's okay. I'm sure I'm gonna try and put in the effort to, make sure that I read and watch more in April, and it shouldn't be difficult, because there wasn't that much this month.